Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today we are going to be starting some seeds using the winter sow method. I know a lot of you have already used the winter sow method in your garden, have been probably using it for years, but for the new gardener or someone who has never heard of the winter sow method, this video is for you. So let's get started. The winter sow method is a method that you can start seeds in a container, put them outside in your garden during the winter months, and the snow, rain, and all the elements are going to help these seeds to germinate. The winter sow method works really well with seeds that need cold stratification, works very good with perennials, and can also work well with some of your seasonal or annual plants like your brassicas. Today I'm going to be using the winter sow method to sow some seeds of some plants that are providers of anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are found in your plants or your fruits that have a purple color. And I have some today that are going to be good providers of anthocyanins because they are very dark and rich in color. The first one is the scarlet kale. As you can see, the scarlet kale has that beautiful, rich purple color. And these are going to be high in antioxidants. I am not a physician, so do your research to find out what benefits anthocyanins have for you and your family. The next one that I'm going to be planting is purple sprouting broccoli. You can see it has that beautiful purple color. Then the next one is the calabrose cabbage. I also have another cabbage called a tiki nor. Then I have a red acre cabbage. Then I have a purple Savoy cabbage. And I also have some purple kohlrabi seeds. First thing you're going to do, if you're going to be using plastic milk jugs, is to cut these milk jugs. And I'm just going to go ahead and take I'm going to take a pair of knife. You can take a pair of knife or box cutter. I find that the pair of knife works better for me. So what I'm going to do first is just put a hole, in the milk jug with the paring knife. Then I'm going to take a regular pair of scissors and go in and cut. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut this milk carton where you're going to end up with a hinge. And that way you'll be able to open and close it as you need to. And I'm going to go back around to my handle. Okay, so now I have a hinge on here. What you want to make sure of is that the top of your container is translucent enough for the sun to get into your seeds. Also, leave the top off. You want to remove this top and discard of it because you're not going to need a top. You're going to want the rain and the snow to get into the container, and that's how you're going to be watering your seeds. And if you don't get enough rain or snow in your area during these winter months, then you're going to have to go and check it. You can take your watering can or your water hose and put it on a mist and mist your soil. You don't want to, use a hard spray because you don't want to lose your seeds. You don't want your seeds to go to the bottom of your container. You can get other containers. You can get a container that you get your salads in that has a clear top on it, but you would want to go back, poke some holes in the top so that the rainwater can get in to water your seeds. But make sure the main thing that you want to do is to put some drainage holes in the bottom of your container. And what I'm going to do is just take my paring knife and just poke some holes. Poke it away from yourself. Make sure your hand is out of the way. You want to always, try to be safe. Make sure you get enough drainage holes in the bottom of your container so that the water will go out of the bottom and your container won't get waterlogged and rot your seeds. Okay, so after you have gotten your top off, your hinge, where you can open and close your container, got some drainage holes in the bottom of your container, now we're going to go ahead and put our soil in. And I'm going to be using some potting soil. I'm going to be using some regular potting mix. I have found that is what works best for me. The potting mix holds moisture really good. Okay, so now I got my soil in. I'm going to go ahead and press my soil down. And you want to put enough soil in here so that these roots will have room to grow, because you're going to be leaving these plants in here all winter. And so you want to make sure that there's enough room for them. Unless your plants, now if your plants go ahead and grow for you, you can go ahead and take those plants out and up pot them if you get to the point where you see that your container is getting really full with your with the plants, and you see a lot of roots in there and there's not enough room for them. You can go ahead and you can up pot those seedlings. Or since they have been out in the garden, if the weather allows, you can go ahead and put them out into the garden. It depends on what zone you live in, because, you know, some areas will be still getting snow, whereas my area has not been getting any snow yet. So we could, if these seeds started to germinate and I saw that I had some healthy roots, I could take them out and put them into the garden, because our winters are not harsh winters. Now that I have my soil in, and my soil is already moist, if your soil is not moist, go ahead and moisten your soil. That you want to go ahead and get your seeds ready to plant. The first one I'm going to be doing is my purple sprouting broccoli. Okay, so I'm just going to drop some seeds down into this container. I'm just going to sprinkle some seeds into this container, and if all my seeds germinate, then I have some seeds to share with someone else. First thing I want to do after I get my seeds in is just lightly press them into the soil. These are some tiny seeds, so I'm not going to cover them. Then I'm going to lightly mix my seeds. My soil is already moist. I'm just going to mix those seeds to give them some good contact, better contact with this soil. Then I'm going to make a label. Then you want to close your lid, and you want to tape your lid down. I'm just using some packing tape. But you can use duct tape. Duct tape works really well. You just want to get your lid down on your container. So now, if I can get this closed shut. Now that I have it closed, I can go ahead and put another piece on. And then I'm going to write what I have planted. I'm just going to use my garden marker, and I'm going to write purple broccoli. Now this container is ready to go out into the garden for the winter and produce some beautiful seedlings for me. So I'm excited about getting these seedlings started. And I hope that if you have not tried the winter sow method, that you will go ahead and try, because it is a very good method for growing your seedlings during the winter months. If you don't want to have all those seedlings inside the house, this is an awesome way to do it. Next, I want to do an unboxing on some cookware that I purchased recently. I planned on opening it with you all earlier, but I never had got a chance to do it. So today, I want to go ahead and do it, because I want to make sure that if some of you want to get this, that you will get it before the sale goes off. And this is something I purchased for myself because it was something that I needed really bad, but it is some cookware. And you all know I have been telling you for a long time that I need to get some cookware. So I wanted to go ahead and unbox it with you all and show it to y'all. I already had started to open it, and this is the only thing that I had gotten out. And this is the whisk. I had already opened it and saw this, and I was kind of impressed with it. So I said, you know, this is the first time I had a whisk, even with a wooden handle. I've always had those little ones that just have a little metal on it. So I thought this was kind of cute. And so I said, well, I'll go ahead and I'll unbox this on video, so that if anyone else is interested in one of these, they can get it before the sale goes off. It came in a variety of colors. So this is the casserole. Okay, this is like a casserole dish. I hope we got some kitchen scissors in here because that's something I cannot keep up with. I lose kitchen scissors all the time. Most of the time my kitchen scissors end up in the garden. Okay, these are too cute. These are some measuring spoons. They are so cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them back here also. Okay, then we have some bowls. And they go down in size. So cute. These would be nice when I'm putting my ingredients in putting in my different ingredients, and I could measure them out. I already have them ready when I get ready to put them into my recipe. Those are so cute. This one is 1 cup. So these are measuring cups. 1/2 cup, 1/4 of a cup, Those are really cute. And next is a cookie sheet. Sheet with a rack. Beautiful cookie sheet. A rack to go on top when you're letting your cookies cool on here, or a loaf of bread. Okay, and then we have a cutting board. Cutting board kind of small. I have some big cutting boards already, so this will work in the kitchen. But it's a cute little cutting board. I like the color. All of my cutting boards are a light color, and I have been wanting a darker one, so this is gonna be perfect. But I still want a big, dark color cutting board. Okay, next, got some knives. This is a knife set. And they all have their own cute little covers. Very nice. Now we're getting to the big pieces. This is your Dutch oven right here. And it has a lid to it. I can't really consider this a Dutch oven though, because I think a Dutch oven can go in the oven. And this is not going to be able to go in the oven because it has these, I don't know, it has this like rubbery, it has this rubber right here. So that's not going to be able to go in the oven. But it's called a Dutch oven. I'll just use it on top of the stove though. Not going to put it in the oven. And this is the lid that goes to the Dutch oven. That's very beautiful, and I like the way it feels. I like the way it's fit on there. It has that heavy duty clean to it. Okay, and the next one is a frying pan. I like that bottom that's on there. Really nice. Comes with its own lid. Has that heavy duty clean to it. Okay, next one is, I think this is like a saucepan. Size for some oatmeal in the morning. Very pretty. Okay, next one we have another frying pan, just a smaller version. And they had it packaged really good. I mean, where things weren't going to get scratched up. And the next piece is a griddle. I really like this. Be nice to put your pancakes on in the morning. And then it have these. Let me see what that is. I don't know what that is. Then it has these, which are dividers. If you're going to put something in here, sit one of these other pots in here, then you can sit that in there, and that keeps your pots and pans from getting all scratched up. So I think that's a very nice addition. Go ahead and then it came with a nice spoon and spatulas, and these will be nice to use with this cookware because it has that rubbery feel where it won't scratch your cookware up. So I think that it all is very, very pretty. And I'll be sure to give y'all an update when I use it, but a lot of times I'll be using it. You'll be in the kitchen with me when I'm using it. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm excited about having some new cookware because I really needed some really bad. And as I said, I purchased this myself. It is not sponsored. And I'll put all the information down in the description if you are interested in getting one of these for yourself. Y'all, and this is what my sourdough starter looks like after I have refrigerated it. You can refrigerate your starter. This is what my sourdough starter looks like after I refrigerated it and took it out, put it back into its storage to come to room temperature, fed it, and this is what it looks like. So you can refrigerate your sourdough starter if you don't have time to take care of it. Like if you're going to be out of town, you can go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. Then when you come back, take it out of the refrigerator, put it into your pantry or wherever you keep it to keep it warm in a dark, warm place. Let it come back to room temperature. Then I discarded half of it and then fed it again. And this is what it looks like the next day. So I'm going to go ahead and discard part of it, feed it again, and put it back into the pantry. And for an update on my Amaryllis plants, they are opening up. And see these beautiful flowers? They are huge. This one hasn't quite opened up yet, but it is opening up. This one right here still has some more blooms on it to open. And then it has made some more stems coming up at the bottom that's going to have blooms on them real soon. So I'm excited about these Amaryllis flowers because they are some very beautiful flowers to grow inside of the house. Evening, I had a busy day and I am outside. I wanted to come out and show you all some of the things that are going on in the garden because I'm about to harvest some things and things are looking pretty good right now, but we're expecting some low temperatures again, so we don't know what's going to happen after those temperatures. We might get some snow, so I'm just going to come out, harvest what I can, let you all see how things are looking today, and we're just going to hope for the best. Okay, I have some more saffron that has started to pop up out of this container. I have irrigation set up on here, but I am mostly letting it get watered as needed because right now I haven't had to run my irrigation system because it's been raining and it's been cool, and so everything's pretty moist out here. Okay, right here is my mustard green bed. Okay, my garlic bed looks really good. Onion bed is still looking pretty good. And this blueberry plant is getting little buds on it. Okay, this is what my strawberry bed is looking like. After temperatures drop and we get some snow, this broccoli head will only get mushy, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna harvest it. And I'm going to harvest this small head. So I'm going to go ahead and take my little broccoli right here. I can take this, break it apart, and put it in a salad. So I got two little tiny broccoli heads that I'll be taking them apart and floreting them and putting them in a salad. Something that I did not have to go to the grocery store to buy. We're going to take some of this Siberian curly kale to also put in our salad. Chop up some of these red mustards in there. This will give a spicy taste to our salad. And it's best to take those outside leaves, but right now, those inside leaves are the ones that are looking more yummy to me, so those are the ones I'm going to get. And these look so delicious. But I don't want to take more than what I need because right now, this is all I'm fixing to fix is this salad. I'm not fixing to do any canning or anything right now. So I'm going to believe that these greens will be okay out here. And I'll come back and get some more of them tomorrow and get ready to put them into the freezer. Because we still have a couple of days before the weather is supposed to get really bad. So this is my harvest for today. If y'all have enjoyed this video today, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.